Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm so excited for today's episode. We're diving into something that honestly has been buzzing around in my brain like a busy little bee. Mental health and AI. Yeah, you heard that right. It's kind of like peanut butter and jelly, but for the tech and wellness world. We've all seen chatbots, at least once, pretending to be humans, but imagine those same bots stepping it up, offering a shoulder to lean on, or in their case, a screen to text on during tough times. And then there's AI, not just playing doctor, but maybe one day being the doctor. The idea both thrills and kind of terrifies me, not gonna lie. But amidst all this tech wonder, there's this big looming question mark about ethics. Like, can or should AI really replace human therapists? Or is it more about them working hand in hand, complementing each other? It's like we're at the edge of this vast ocean of possibilities and pitfalls, just dipping our toes in. Rowan, you've seen how technology has shaped other aspects of our lives, sometimes in ways we never expected. Do you think integrating AI into mental health care could genuinely offer the support many are seeking, or are we treading into uncharted waters that could ripple out in unexpected, maybe even unwanted ways?
Oh, absolutely, Mia. You've really hit on a crucial point there because the intersection of AI and mental health isn't just fascinating, it's incredibly complex. On one hand, the integration of AI into mental health care presents an opportunity to bridge gaps, especially in areas where access to human therapists is limited or non-existent. Think about it. An AI can provide immediate, around-the-clock support for individuals who might otherwise have to navigate their struggles alone. This aspect alone has the potential to revolutionize how we approach mental wellness, making it more accessible. But then you've got the other side of the coin, which brings us into some pretty murky ethical waters. There's the question of empathy and genuine human connection. Can AI truly understand and respond to the nuances of human emotion in a way that feels meaningful and therapeutic? That's a big question, and it's one that we can't ignore. AI, no matter how advanced, operates on algorithms and data. It doesn't have personal experiences or emotions. This lack of genuine empathy could be a significant limitation for those seeking deep emotional support or a connection. And then there's the issue of privacy and data security. When individuals share their innermost thoughts and feelings with an AI, that's incredibly sensitive data. If not handled properly, there's a risk of data breaches, which could have serious implications for an individual's privacy. So while the potential benefits are huge, we're also venturing into territory that requires us to tread carefully, ensuring that we're not sacrificing ethical considerations for the sake of convenience or progress. What do you think, Mia? Where do we draw the line between leveraging AI's potential and maintaining that crucial human touch in therapy?
Oh, you've really unpacked a lot there. And honestly, it's hard to imagine a world where the complexities of human emotion could be fully grasped by an algorithm. I totally get the appeal, especially thinking about those moments when you're up at 3 a.m., feeling like the world's closing in and you just need someone or something to reach out to. In those instances, the idea of an AI therapist that's available 24/7, no appointment needed, sounds like a godsend. But then, like you said, there's that craving for human connection. That's something deeply ingrained in us, isn't it? The feeling of being understood by someone who's been there, who's felt pain, joy, heartbreak, and can empathize with what you're going through. It's that empathy, that genuine connection, which at least for now seems uniquely human. And I think in therapy, that's a big part of what helps us heal and grow. I remember reading about this study once where patients who knew they were talking to an AI felt less judged and were more open. That's fascinating because it suggests there could be scenarios where AI has an edge, maybe serving as a first step for those too wary or ashamed to seek help. But as a replacement for human therapists, that feels like a stretch. If we lean too hard on AI, we might miss out on those nuanced, deeply empathetic interactions that can be so transformative. Also, the privacy concern can't be understated. Imagine sharing your deepest fears only to worry about where that data might end up. It's a tricky balance, isn't it? On one hand, there's this incredible potential to democratize mental health support, making it more accessible for everyone, everywhere. But on the other hand, without that human touch, Are we really getting to the heart of therapy? So, where do we draw the line? Perhaps it's not about drawing a line in the sand, but rather constantly navigating a spectrum, balancing technology and human empathy, blending the two in a way that maximizes the benefits while minimizing the downsides. It might be an ongoing challenge, but with thoughtful consideration and robust dialogue, maybe we can find a way to have the best of both worlds.
That's a really insightful way of putting it. Navigating a spectrum rather than drawing a line. It resonates with the idea that there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer to this. Each individual's needs and preferences in therapy can be as unique as their fingerprints, which means what works for one person might not work for another. And this is where the potential of blending AI with human therapists could shine the most. If we manage to strike the right balance, we could create a hybrid model where AI handles certain aspects of care, like initial assessments or providing support during off hours, while human therapists focus on the more complex, deeper work that requires human empathy and understanding. Moreover, the conversation around using AI in mental health opens up a wider discussion about innovation in mental health care itself. It's a sector that, for many reasons, has been slow to adopt new technologies. So, embracing AI could also signal a shift towards a more innovation-friendly approach, which might lead to other breakthroughs in care and support. But there's also something to be said about the importance of framing this technology in the right way. It's not about AI taking over, but about augmenting the human aspect of therapy. It's crucial that people understand that an AI therapist is a tool, not a replacement. And speaking of tools, the potential for AI to assist in training new therapists is something we haven't touched on yet. Imagine an AI that can simulate various therapy scenarios, helping trainee therapists to hone their skills before they even sit down with a real person. This could better prepare those entering the field, ensuring they're equipped to deal with a wide range of situations. Ultimately, it boils down to how we navigate this balance and ensure that progress in AI complements, rather than competes with, the inherent human touch of therapy. It's not just about making therapy more accessible, but making sure it remains as effective and empathetic as possible. What are your thoughts on the potential for AI in training and as a bridge to traditional therapy?
Absolutely. The idea of AI as a resource in the training of therapists is both intriguing and full of potential. Imagine the kind of scenarios you could simulate with AI, offering trainees a broad spectrum of experiences in a controlled environment. It's almost like having a flight simulator, but for therapy. It allows for practice, mistakes, learning, all without the consequences of real-world trials. This could indeed enrich the training process, making it more comprehensive. And regarding AI as a bridge to traditional therapy, that's where I see a lot of promise too. It's like creating a pathway for people who might be on the fence about seeking help. Maybe they're unsure, scared, or just not ready to open up to a human therapist. An AI could serve as that first step, a less intimidating, more accessible introduction to what therapy can offer. I can envision scenarios where someone starts with an AI, and as they become more comfortable with the idea of opening up, they transition to a human therapist, carrying forward the progress they've made. It's all about removing barriers, isn't it? Making mental health support as accessible and approachable as possible, while still preserving the depth and effectiveness of traditional therapy. There's a fascinating balance to strike here, and it opens up conversations about the future of mental health care that are both necessary and exciting. The key, as you mentioned, is ensuring that these advancements in AI don't compete with the human touch, but instead augment it, offering tools and opportunities that enhance the therapeutic process. This blend of technology and human connection could indeed be the way forward, expanding access while maintaining the integrity and warmth of traditional therapy.
Yeah, removing barriers is exactly the goal, and hearing it framed like that really highlights the revolutionary potential here. The thought of using AI as that initial contact point could dramatically change the landscape of mental health care by essentially providing a stepping stone for those hesitant to seek help. This approach could alleviate some of the stigma around mental health too, by offering a less daunting first step. And then there's the aspect of continuous care. With AI, the support doesn't have to end when the office closes. It means there's always a way for individuals to express their feelings, work through issues, or simply find solace, even if it's in the middle of the night. That 24/7 accessibility could fundamentally change how we view support, making it something that's always there, rather than something that needs to be scheduled in advance. It also makes me think about the role of data in all this. Properly leveraged, AI could help identify trends in a person's mental health over time, offering insights that might not be immediately apparent, even to a human therapist. Of course, this circles back to those privacy concerns we mentioned earlier, but with the right safeguards in place, the benefits could be immense. So it's kind of exciting and a bit daunting to consider where all this could lead. The bridge you mentioned isn't just about transitioning people to traditional therapy. It's also about expanding what therapy can be, exploring new terrains of care, and maybe even redefining what it means to get help. You're right. This balance between technology and human connection is not just a challenge, but a profound opportunity. How do we ensure this balance does indeed enhance therapy rather than dilute the personal connection that is so vital to the healing process?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Ensuring this balance enhances therapy without diluting the personal connection. It's delicate, but I believe it's absolutely achievable. We start by remembering that technology, at its core, is a tool. It's designed to serve us, to make our lives easier, more efficient, and in this case, more connected. The trick is in how we use it, ensuring that we're leveraging AI to fill gaps and enhance connections rather than replacing them. For instance, AI could handle more administrative tasks like scheduling and initial assessments, freeing up therapists to spend more quality time with their clients. Or, as we've discussed, it could provide immediate support, ensuring nobody feels they have to wait to talk about what they're going through. It's about creating a seamless transition between AI and human care, where each knows its place and purpose. Also, crucial to preserving the personal connection is transparency. Being clear with individuals about when they're talking to AI and the limitations of that interaction. This clarity can help set expectations and reinforce the value of human interactions in the therapy process. Then there's the aspect of personalization. Just as no two therapists are exactly alike, AI in therapy can and should be adaptable, learning from each interaction to better meet the individual's needs at that moment. Personalized care, whether from a human or an AI, fosters a deeper connection and, by extension, a more effective therapeutic process. And maybe most importantly, we continue to listen and learn from both therapists and those undergoing therapy. Their insights and feedback are invaluable in shaping how we integrate AI into mental health care. By prioritizing the human experience within this technological advancement, we ensure the warmth, empathy, and connection that form the heart of therapy are not just preserved but enriched. So, while it's a significant challenge, with thoughtful application, ongoing dialogue, and a clear focus on enhancing human connection rather than replacing it, I think we indeed find that profound opportunity you mentioned. It's about augmenting the human element, making therapy not just more accessible, but perhaps even more empathetic and personalized than ever before.
You've hit on such a critical aspect there, about leveraging AI to augment the human element in therapy. And it's a reassuring thought, really, that these advancements could lead to therapy being not just more accessible, but even more nuanced and tailored to individual needs. It brings up this exciting possibility of a future where stigma around mental health might continue to decrease, as these technologies normalize reaching out for help and make it as routine as, say, checking the weather. But diving a bit further into this conversation about transparency and setting expectations, there's also this potential for AI to educate and inform. Beyond just being a bridge or a tool for immediate support, AI could play a critical role in demystifying aspects of mental health care, offering resources and guiding individuals towards understanding their own mental health better. It's about empowering people with knowledge, which in itself can be incredibly therapeutic. And while we're talking about personalization, there's this underlying wonder about how AI might evolve to understand us even better than we understand ourselves. The thought is both exhilarating and a bit sci-fi, isn't it? With enough data and refinement, AI could foresee stresses or triggers and provide preemptive strategies to cope, effectively becoming a form of proactive mental health care. I think you nailed it when you said it's about making therapy more empathetic and personalized than ever before. It's intriguing to consider how this blend of technology and human skill could unlock new levels of understanding and support within mental health care. The journey there will definitely require careful navigation, respecting privacy, and ensuring inclusivity so that the benefits of this technological revolution in mental health are accessible to all, not just a privileged few. So, considering all these potential changes and benefits, how do we ensure that this integration of AI continues to move in a direction that consistently respects and prioritizes the individual's well-being, making sure that the human aspect of therapy, that core of empathy and understanding, remains at the heart of all these advancements?
Navigating this integration in a way that prioritizes the individual's well-being is going to require a few key components, I think. First off, ethical standards need to be at the forefront of any AI development, especially in the mental health field. This means not only rigorous data protection, but also ethical considerations in how AI interacts with and responds to individuals. Ensuring these standards evolve along with the technology is crucial. Next, inclusivity and accessibility have to be key priorities. This technology can't just be for those who can afford it or only available in certain regions. It needs to be developed with a broad understanding of different cultures, languages, and socioeconomic backgrounds in mind. The promise of AI in mental health is its potential to democratize access to care, but to fulfill that promise, it needs to be genuinely accessible to everyone, everywhere. Public and professional engagement is also vital. This isn't just about what developers and tech companies think is best. It's about listening to the needs and concerns of therapists, patients, and the wider community. This feedback loop can help ensure that AI tools are developed and deployed in a way that truly meets the needs of those they're intended to help, not just in theory, but in real, practical scenarios. Continued research and dialogue, like what we're doing right now, play a huge role too. It's about not becoming complacent or assuming we've figured it all out. Mental health, human emotion, and technology are all rapidly evolving fields. Our understanding of how they intersect today might need to be adjusted tomorrow, and staying open to that evolution is key to ensuring that this integration remains beneficial. Lastly, celebrating the human aspect of therapy, emphasizing the unique value of human empathy, insight, and connection, ensures that AI doesn't become seen as a replacement, but as a supplement, a way to enhance the therapeutic process rather than detract from it. By focusing on these areas, I believe we can steer this integration in a direction that not only respects but actively enhances individual well-being, ensuring the core of empathy and understanding that is so vital to therapy is not just maintained but strengthened. It's a delicate balance. But with careful, thoughtful progression, it's one we can achieve. What do you think?
Absolutely. Focusing on the ethical, inclusive, and engaged approach you outlined is fundamental. It's like navigating a ship through shifting seas. The destination is clear, but the route we take must adapt to the conditions. By prioritizing ethical standards, we ensure the compass points towards the true north of protecting and prioritizing individuals' well-being above all. It's not just about the destination, but about how we get there, safely, respectfully, and mindfully, ensuring no one is left behind due to economic or geographical limitations. Your point on inclusivity and accessibility is particularly poignant. The beauty of AI is its potential to break down barriers, but this only works if it's designed with a holistic view of humanity in its rich diversity. That means not just translation into different languages, but understanding cultural nuances, respecting different perspectives on mental health, and ensuring the technology is as accessible in a rural village as it is in a bustling city. Public and professional engagement is indeed vital. This collaboration between developers, therapists, and those who will use the services ensures that the AI not only functions technically, but fulfills the real human needs of those it's designed to help. It's like a feedback loop that constantly refines and improves the technology, ensuring it remains relevant and respectful. And as you said, continuing the dialogue, staying adaptable and open to research is how we ensure this integration doesn't just meet our current standards, but evolves with our understanding of mental health and technology. It's through conversations like ours, and those happening in forums, conferences, and research institutions around the world, that we'll continue to refine and adapt these tools. Celebrating the human aspect of therapy, highlighting it as irreplaceable, is perhaps the most crucial part. In a world increasingly mediated by screens, reminding ourselves of the value of human connection, empathy, and understanding in healing is more important than ever. AI in mental health, when used thoughtfully, doesn't dilute this connection. It can amplify it, giving therapists more tools, more time, and more insights to connect with and help their clients. Your framing of this as a balance, a thoughtful progression, is right on point. It's about moving forward with purpose, care, and an unwavering focus on the well-being of those we aim to serve. It's a journey worth embarking on, with potential pitfalls, but also immense potential to enhance the way we understand and treat mental health. With a careful, considered approach, I believe this integration can indeed reflect the very best of what technology and humanity can achieve together.
Oh, definitely. This journey, as you've beautifully put it, emphasizing care, purpose, and an unwavering focus on well-being, captures the essence of what makes this endeavor so significant, and frankly, so necessary. It's heartening, really, to think about the profound impact these advancements could have, not just on the field of mental health care itself, but on societal perceptions of mental health and therapy. As we navigate these shifting seas, guided by ethical principles and a commitment to inclusivity, the potential for positive change is immense. It's this blend of innovation and empathy, technology and humanity, that holds the promise of truly transformative shifts in how support and care are accessed and experienced. By valuing and prioritizing the human element alongside the capabilities of AI, we're not just enhancing the therapeutic process, we're also reinforcing the fundamental importance of empathy, understanding, and connection in healing. It's a reminder that, at its heart, therapy is about these very human connections. And as we continue this dialogue, engaging with the broader community and constantly refining our approach based on both technological advancements and evolving understandings of mental health, we steer this integration towards a future where mental health support is more accessible, empathetic, and effective than ever before. It's a vision of the future that's not just hopeful, but achievable, with the right attention to the balances and safeguards you mentioned. It's a complex journey for sure, but one that's incredibly exciting. The possibilities for enhancing, personalizing, and democratizing mental health care, making it something that truly serves everyone, are within our grasp. And that, to me, is the most exhilarating part of all this. Discussing, envisioning, and working towards these possibilities, we're potentially shaping a future where seeking help isn't just easy. It's encouraged, destigmatized, and fundamentally rooted in empathy and understanding. What a world that would be. Wow. Wrapping up today's discussion, I can't help but feel both humbled and inspired by the vast potential and intricate challenges of integrating AI into mental health care. We've journeyed through some thought-provoking territories, from the promise of democratizing mental health care to the ethical intricacies of AI's role in therapy and the profound importance of maintaining human empathy within technological advancements. It's clear that this blend of technology and humanity isn't just a challenge. It's a profound opportunity to reshape the landscape of mental health support, making it more accessible, inclusive, and attuned to the diverse needs of individuals around the globe. As we contemplate the future, it's this careful, ethical integration of AI, always with a focus on enhancing rather than replacing the human connection, that seems to hold the key to not just improving mental health care, but also transforming societal attitudes towards seeking help. So, as we close today, I invite you to ponder. How do you envision the future of mental health care in this evolving landscape? And how can we, as a society, contribute to shaping a future where technology enhances our capacity for empathy, understanding, and connection. Thank you for joining us on this thought-provoking journey. Until next time, let's keep the conversation going, exploring how we can all play a part in this exciting, evolving story of mental health care in the age of technology.